Welcome to Hidden Wisdom Academy Biology. Today we are going to learn about the living world. Kindly take note of the syllabus and topics of previous year's questions. Don't worry if you miss something, the study material will be available in Linktree. The link is below in the description. So let's get started. Ernst Mayr, 1904 to 2004. Born on July 5, 1904, in Kempten, Germany, Ernst Mayr, the Harvard University's evolutionary biologist, who has been called the Darwin of the 20th century, was one of the 100 greatest scientists of all time. Mayr joined Harvard's Faculty of Arts and Sciences in 1953 and retired in 1975, assuming the title Alexander Agassiz Professor of Zoology Emeritus. Throughout his nearly 80-year career, his research spanned ornithology, taxonomy, zoogeography, evolution, systematics, and the history and philosophy of biology. He almost single-handedly made the origin of species diversity the central question of evolutionary biology that it is today. He also pioneered the currently accepted definition of a biological species. Mayr was awarded the three prizes widely regarded as the Triple Crown of Biology: the Balzan Prize in 1983, International Prize for Biology in 1994, and the Crawford Prize in 1999. Mayr died at the age of 100 in the year 2004. Characteristics of living organisms. 1. Growth. Definition: growth is an increase in mass and number of cells. It is a characteristic of all living beings. In unicellular organisms, growth occurs by cell division. In multicellular organisms, growth happens both by division and an increase in size. Note: growth in non-living things, like crystals, is external and not a sign of life. 2. Reproduction. Definition: reproduction is the process by which living organisms produce offspring of their own kind. Unicellular organisms, cell division, binary, is considered a method of reproduction. Multicellular organisms can reproduce sexually or asexually. Note: some organisms, e.g. mules, worker bees, do not reproduce, yet are considered living. 3. Metabolism. Definition: metabolism is the total of all reactions occurring inside a living organism. Includes both anabolic, building up, and catabolic, breaking down, processes. Metabolic reactions can also be shown in vitro, in test tubes, but they occur naturally in living systems. All living organisms exhibit metabolism, it is a defining feature of life. 4. Cellular organization. Definition: all living organisms are composed of cells. The cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Living beings may be unicellular, e.g. amoeba, or multicellular, e.g. humans. Cellular organization is key to living organisms. 5. Consciousness. Definition: consciousness is the ability of an organism to sense its surroundings and respond to environmental stimuli. Even the simplest life forms, like bacteria, can sense and respond to stimuli. Humans are the only organisms that are self-conscious, i.e. aware of themselves. Consciousness is considered the most defining property of living beings. 6. Self-replication, self-organization, and information processing. Definition: living organisms can replicate their DNA, organize themselves into complex structures, and process information to survive and reproduce. These functions are inherent to and enable continuity and evolution. 7. Homeostasis. Definition: homeostasis is the ability to maintain a stable internal environment despite external changes. Though not directly listed in every NCERT line, it's often referenced in the context of regulation in living beings. Characteristic and description. Growth, increase in cell number and size. Reproduction, formation of new individuals. Metabolism, all biochemical reactions in the body. Cellular organization, fundamental unit of life. Consciousness, response to stimuli and self-awareness in humans. Self-replication, ability to make copies DNA. Self-organization, orderly functional complexity of life. Information processing, ability to receive, interpret, and respond to signals. Introduction. What is living? All living organisms grow in size and number. All living beings reproduce their progeny. All biochemical reactions that take place inside a living system are known as metabolism. All living beings are conscious of their environment and respond to their stimuli. Metabolism, anabolism, synthesis of a compound. Catabolism, the breaking down of a compound. Diversity in the living world: 1.7 to 1.8 million species known. Biodiversity, know and the type of organisms present on Earth. Nomenclature. Naming particular organisms known, same name all over the world. Identification. Describing an organism correctly. ICBN, International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, and ICZN, International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature. Generic name plus specific epithet. Example: Mangifera indica. Rules, generally, in Latin, irrespective of origin, written in italics. First name genus and second name specific epithet. Handwritten dash separately underlined. Starting from genus in capital letter and then species dash in small letter and at the end last name of author in abbreviated form. For example, Mangifera indica Linn. Species first described by Linnaeus. Classification. Grouped based on some easily observable characteristics. Makes identification of organisms very easy and clear. Study of organisms becomes convenient. Evolutionary trends can be easily understood. Taxonomy. Taxa, sing. Taxon, rank/categories. Process of classifying organisms into different taxa. Basis, modern taxonomic studies, external and internal structure, plus structure of the cell. Development process. Ecological information of organisms. Systematics. Derived from systema, Latin. Study of relationships plus classification. Includes taxonomy plus evolutionary data. Taxonomic hierarchy. All categories together constitute the taxonomic hierarchy. Species, genus, family, order, class, phylum/division, kingdom, domain. Species, lowest rank, and kingdom, highest rank. Both the number of common characteristics and the number of similar character specificities decrease as we go from species to kingdom. Species. Taxonomic studies consider a group of individual organisms with fundamental similarities as a species. One should be able to distinguish one species from another closely related species based on the distinct morphological differences. For example, Mangifera indica, mango, Solanum tuberosum, hato, Panthera leo, lion. All three names are indica, tuberosum, and leo represent the specific epithets, while the first words are Mangifera, Solanum, and Panthera is our genus and represents another higher level of taxon. Each genus may have more than one species with morphological similarities. For example, Panthera tigris, tiger, Solanum nigrum, black nightshade, Melangina, brinjal. Human beings belong to the species sapiens grouped under the genus Homo. Scientific name is Homo sapiens. Genus. Genus comprises a group of related species that have more characters in common when compared to species of other genera. Genera are aggregates of closely related species. Potato and brinjal are different species, but both belong to the genus Solanum. Similarly, lion, Panthera leo, leopard, Panthera pardus, and tiger, Panthera tigris, are species within the genus Panthera. Panthera and are not same felis. Felis includes smaller cats like the domestic cat. Tip: closely related species are grouped under a common genus based on structural similarities. Family. Family is a group of related genera with fewer similarities than those at the genus or species levels. Plant families are classified based on vegetative and reproductive features. For example, Solanum, Petunia, and Datura are placed in the family Solanaceae. Genus Panthera, lion, tiger, leopard, and Felis, cats, are grouped under the family Felidae. Dogs, though similar in some ways, belong to a different family, Canidae. Summary: families bring together genera that share key traits but are broader than genus or species categories. Order. Categories like species, genus, and family are based on several similar characters. In contrast, order and higher taxonomic levels are based on the aggregate of characters from the families below them. Plant families like Convolvulaceae and Solanaceae are placed under the order Polemoniales. Classification is primarily based on floral characteristics. The animal order Carnivora includes families like Felidae, cats, lions, tigers, Canidae, dogs, foxes, wolves. Summary: orders group together families with fewer similar traits than within a single family, but enough to be taxonomically meaningful. Class. Class Mammalia includes many orders beyond Primata and Carnivora. This classification is based on shared characteristics like presence of mammary glands, hair or fur, warm-blooded metabolism. Phylum/division. A phylum is a higher taxonomic category that groups multiple related classes. For example, fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals. All belong to the phylum Chordata, based on shared features: notochord, spinal support structure, dorsal hollow neural system. In plants, the equivalent category is a division. Classes of plants with a few similar characteristics are grouped under divisions. Kingdom. Kingdom is the highest category in biological classification. All animals from various phyla are grouped into Kingdom Animalia, and all plants from various divisions are grouped into Kingdom Plantae. These are the two major groups, animal and plant kingdoms. Taxonomic categories: ascending order species, genus, family, order, class, phylum/division, kingdom. Kindly refer the table of organisms with their taxonomic categories. It is very important. Don't skip, there are many previous year questions from the table. Summary. The living world is incredibly diverse, with millions of plant and animal species identified, but many still undiscovered. Organisms differ in size, shape, habitat, and characteristics, making classification essential. To study this diversity, biologists use taxonomy, evolves, identification, nomenclature, naming, classification. Using internationally accepted rules, taxonomy helps categorize organisms based on similarities and differences. Each organism is given a scientific name that is binomial nomenclature consisting of two words, that is genus and species. These classifications are grouped into a taxonomic hierarchy, a system of ranks or categories called taxa. Thanks for watching. If you find this helpful, like, share, and subscribe to Hidden Wisdom Academy Biology. New insights are coming soon. Stay tuned. Stay inspired. Download practice questions, MCQs plus PYQs, for the living world from Linktree. Check the comments and description for link.